Yo, yo, what's going on? What's going on, peoples? What's going on? You already know I had to kick off this live in an amazing location. You already know what it is. You already know what it is. I wasn't gonna have step with y'all. You know I wasn't gonna do that. You feel me? You know I was gonna come through. You knew I was gonna come through with the background. Ben, what's good? What's good? Cousin John, what's good? What's good? You know I had to come through with the background. I know you wasn't expecting this. I know you wasn't expecting this. Jonathan, what's good? What's good? Man, man, I'm trying to tell y'all, man, this is just getting crazier and crazier, man. So let me tell y'all about when the athletes that I make the episodes on, when they see the episodes, man, like when I say like I can't even describe the feeling. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when they see it and I know it's like I know they feel they like you can't like I don't even know how to describe it, man. Like it's just like it's like beyond like it's beyond crazy to me. It's like the ultimate validation when they actually able to see it. Even like especially like when I get the W. Like when I get the W and they see it, like I'm already knowing they be hype just as hype as I was when I made it. Like I'm already knowing. But I know when I get burned and I go off on them, I know they're gonna feel some type of way about it. But I'm just telling the truth. Like I'm just telling the truth, man. I'm just telling the truth. But yeah, man, like when they be seeing those episodes, man, like and it's like I wanna say maybe about 10%, like a little bit over 10% of the episodes that I've done. Um the athletes I did the episodes on seen their actual episode. And like that's just like that feeling, like you can't replace that feeling, man. Like to know they seen your work and whether they feel good about it or not, it's just the fact that they seen it. Like they don't even have to comment on it. It's just the fact that I know that they seen it. Like that's enough for me. That's enough for me. Cause I know, especially when I got the W, I already know they like it. I already know they do. So they ain't even got to tell me. Yeah, man. Ben was good. Do they message me? Only had one athlete hit me up. Only had one. And that interaction was like it was just off the chain. Like like I wasn't expecting it. Like it was just like it was just one of those like and it was like I got burned too. And I wasn't expecting them to respond. Because nobody responds to even when I get the W and they see it or when I get burned and they see it. Um, but yeah, it was like he responded and yeah, we just had a little dialogue, little low key dialogue, low key, and yeah, it was funny to me. It was funny, but yeah, it be like that sometimes. But let me for all the new people in here, because I know it's a lot of new people. Um, so let me let you know what you're gonna get when you watch the Let It Burn podcast. So when you watch the Let It Burn podcast, you're gonna get a quick recap of how the night went when it comes to daily fantasy sports. So I make my lineup every day, and basically I either get the win or I get burned. You're going to get one of those each day. So you're going to expect to see an amazing background, just like this right here. And you're going to expect to see this moonwalk. And you already know what it is when it comes to this moonwalk. That's how I take it to the next level. You already know what it is. So that's what you can expect when you watch the Let It Burn podcast. All that mixture. And straight and direct. That's just what it is. That is what it is. Jonathan, I like the Super Bowl. Everything about it. I like that the game went into overtime. I like the halftime show. I like the commercials. Like low key, it was just like a real, like I was just doing a bunch of like, it was really like an R&D type of day for me, because it was just like I was just studying everything about what was going on the Super Bowl, like especially the commercials. Like I was seeing what people was doing with that $7 million commercial spot. I was seeing what the possibilities were. So yeah, I liked it. I liked it. So let me tell y'all about me going direct to the source, going direct to the people. So like as you know, well some people might know, like podcasts usually like they go through like the like distribution platforms, and like you'll like get like when it comes to video, it'll be like they'll mainly point to YouTube, but they really want just like the audio downloads and stuff like that. But I'm just different. Like I I want to go to the people. The people are on social. So I purposely made the podcast to where I can distribute the podcast on social. Like I made it short enough to where I can put it on all the social platforms where the people are and the people can watch. I want people to watch. I don't care about people downloading, like audio downloading the podcast. Like, I mean, that's nice. It's nice to have. But really, the magic is in the visuals. I got the best visuals in the game. So why would I not want people to watch it? Just as simple as that. Like, that's why the podcast is everywhere. Like, it's everywhere. I want you to watch it and enjoy it. It's just as simple as that. And it's just gonna open up doors. You feel me? Like nobody's doing that. Everybody's like trying to like do the whole like, chop their podcast up into clips and all that. Like, nah, that's played. That's whack. I don't do that. I give you the whole podcast. I give you the whole thing on all the socials, like everywhere. You get the whole podcast. There is no clips of the podcast. You get the whole podcast. Simple as that. And yeah, that's just how I rock. That's how I rock. So you already know what it is. My favorite NBA and NFL player. Okay. So my favorite NBA player used to be Dwayne Wade before he retired. So now that D Wade has retired, I had to like pick I had to pick somebody new. So I had like this long debate with my boy trying to like figure out who my like next favorite player is gonna be, and I wound up it being LaMelo Ball. That's my new guy now. That's my guy. LaMelo Ball is my guy now. And my favorite NFL player was Aaron Rodgers because he was a quarterback on my team. Um, I mean, I still, Aaron Rodgers is still low key my favorite, but it's like I can't really like, go all the way there because he left us. So like I have to like, I gotta stay loyal to the team, you feel me? So I mean, I don't know right now. My favorite NFL player. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of promise in Jordan Love, but I'm not ready to go all the way there and say like he's my favorite right now. I'm not there yet. This only his first year starting. I can't go there. I can't go there yet. So my favorite NFL player is up for grabs right now. I'm not too committed yet. My opinion on the Pistons losing streak. Man, man, it was just sad, man. Like, but I mean, to me, they got the Pistons they have the right coach. I think Monty Williams can build something there, but as far as like the actual talent they have, I feel like it leaves a lot to be desired. To be real, like I mean, because really like they don't really have like to me it's like who do you really build around? Like you know what I'm saying? Like who's shown you that they can make an all-star team on that team? Just any person on that team, can they make an all-star team? That's what you got to think about. And then that's who you got to build around. And I don't see any of them making an all-star team. None. So, if that's the case, you got to start over again. You got to start over again. Blow it up. Blow it up. That's just what I would do. If you don't see somebody making an all-star team to where you can build around them, then blow it up and just start over again. Just start over again. I mean, they did it. They did it in OKC. You see how they doing now? OKC in the top in the West right now. All right, Jonathan. Have a good day, man. Have a good day. So let me tell y'all. Let me tell y'all how my content strategy. I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna give y'all the inner workings of the content strategy because I feel like more people can adopt it and probably take it where I probably haven't took it yet. But I just feel like the the way that I'm like producing content is like next level. Like so like you got the podcast, right? So you got English and Spanish, which nobody's doing that, but that's besides the point. So you got an English and Spanish episode. Then you get clips from these TikTok lives that I do, right? So then you get clips from that. Then LinkedIn gives me every week, they give me my search appearances from the companies that do searches on me. So I do a green screen of that. Then I do uh then I do a tweet. And it's just like just a constant cycle of fresh content that's just like circulating basically every day. So like I'm in your face every day, nonstop all day, without no breaks. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like once you can get to that point to where like you're showing up every day, then like something is just bound to happen. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's something that's bound to happen. Like I can't fabricate my search appearances on LinkedIn. Like I can't fabricate that. Like all I'm doing is just posting content. Like I'm just posting content on LinkedIn. And these companies from these huge organizations are seeing it. Like they're seeing it. And you already know what I'm talking about in my content. I talk about the podcast. I talk about Let It Burn podcast. That's what I do in my content. That's what I do. So at this point, when you see these companies that pop up on my searches, like you know they seen the podcast and they know about the podcast. You know that. So I don't even have to like explain that. Like I don't even have to explain that. The same stuff you see from me, they see. Nothing special. I don't tag them in nothing special. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't like make special content just for them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you see from me, they see from me. So, yeah. The content is a variable, man. The content is a variable. You make good content, people gonna see it. Simple as that. Simple as that. And I know they want to be a part of it because something is happening right now. And I'm not gonna stop. And yeah. Yeah, we're gonna see. What happened to the person in the pool? She chilling, you feel me? She chilling. She chilling. She working on her backstroke. So let me tell y'all about why the athletes that I do my episodes on can't be mad at me. Right? So I feel like they can't be mad at me because all I do is just tell the truth. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all I do is just react to what they did. If they was trash, they was trash, yo. Like, it's just simple as that. And I don't like, I don't call them out of their names. Like, I don't like use profanity. I just spew the truth. And really, if they don't like it, just play better. Like, it's just as simple as that. Like, just play better, yo. Like, because all I can do is just tell the truth. I'm not making up no numbers. That's what I don't do. All the percentages, all the what they did in the game, like all of that is just factual. So like, if they don't like it, it's really their performance. All you got to do is just play better. Do better, play better, and we all be better. You feel me? We all be better. Oh, you're not into sports. Hey, you know what? You know what, cousin John? Like, you're not the first person to tell me that you don't really follow sports, but you listen to the podcast. Like, it's just like, this is like one of those things where I'll be like trying to explain to people like something is like happening with the podcast. Like, people that don't even follow sports be following the podcast because it's just like everything that you get with the podcast. Like you get the amazing visuals, like you're gonna laugh, like, and you're always gonna be caught off guard with where I'm at next. Like you're never gonna be able to predict where I'm gonna be at next because I literally have no idea before I do it. It's literally, I'd be surprised every time I do one. like, like I'd be surprised. And when I like sometimes I just look back on them and I just be dying, man. Like I be dying. Like today, I looked at like I looked at the last 15 episodes and I was just dying laughing. I was just dying laughing. And it just be like that. Like and I don't be the only one. It be like mad people like just like all you gotta do is just read the comments, bro. Like when you read the comments on these episodes, that's how you know. That's how you know it's like really having an effect. Like just reading the comments, like that tells you everything you need to know. So like so let me tell y'all about how basically I found, like when I first started it, basically I found the gap in the market. Like I just like where people would just like they would have their podcasts and they like would like interview guests and all that. Like I was like, you know what, like I don't want to do that. Like I feel like podcasts are like more of like they can be more than just an interview. And that's really like the aim that I was like going for with Let It Burn podcast. Like it was just like I'm gonna hit people with this animated character, and I'm gonna give them amazing backgrounds, and I'm gonna talk about sports every day, relentlessly. And at first, it wasn't like the response wasn't like super over the top, but it was just like one of those things where like it's just one of those things where once you like catch it, because people don't really catch on to like what's really going on when you first see it. But like when you like first like when you catch it and you understand what's going on, like you're hooked. You're just hooked. Like you're hooked. Cause like once you watch one episode, you're gonna be like, can he do it again? And what do you mean? What do you mean there's like over 1,000 episodes? So we did this over 1,000 times? And then I just be like, yeah. Yeah, I did it again and again and again and again. And I'm gonna keep doing it again and again and again. Because there's just too many people for me to get to. There's too many people for me to get to, you feel me? Like the people that follow me right now, like I'm trying to be in like everywhere, especially now with like me doing Spanish episodes. I'm trying to grow my reach in those Spanish speaking countries. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I got like, you know, a little bit, like I get a little bit of traction from the Spanish speaking countries, but it's not nowhere near like what the reach is like when it comes to in the States right now. So like that's just one of my things. Like there's so many people I gotta reach. So of course I gotta keep giving y'all what y'all want. It's just as simple as that. I gotta do it. And and the fact that I'm like trying to chase like I'm trying to I'm trying to chase Mickey, man. Like I'm chasing Mickey, man. Like, and Mickey got a head start on me. Like he got a hell of a start on me. So like the only way I can like make up ground is to show up every day. That's the only way. That's the only way. And then me just get better every time I show up. And then just that compounding effect it's just gonna lead to me making up ground. You feel me? And I feel like once I do the movie and I start on the TV show, like that's really gonna have me like on a whole nother level. Like that's how I'm really gonna catch them. Like once that movie drop and the TV show, like it's gonna be out of. I'm gonna be out of here, bro. Like I'm gonna be out of here. So like I'm gonna make up ground, but that's what it is. I'm chasing Mickey right now. I'm chasing him, and I kind of like the Let It Burn podcast extravaganza is like kind of like it's like a somewhat of a sneak, almost like a sneak preview of kind of like what visually I was like thinking, like when it comes to like what I think like movie production would be like. So like the Let It Burn podcast is kind of like a preview of that. Let It Burn podcast extravaganza, I mean, it's kind of like a preview of like what that is. Yo, appreciate the likes, appreciate them. Keep them coming if you can. But have y'all noticed my improvement in my Espanol from episode 1001 to now? Have y'all noticed the improvement? I'm just saying. I'm getting pretty good at the Spanish part. The Spanish speaking, you feel me? Like I'm getting pretty good. Like it's been like I've been getting the comments. I've been getting the comments from the people and the people that speak Spanish. And they've been letting me know. They've been letting me know I've been improving. So yeah, it's like, man, it feels good. It feels good. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. It feels good. I'm just gonna keep getting better. I get better, man. And that's all I can ask. That's all I can ask. To just keep getting better every time I'm at bat. And right now it's just history in the making right now, man. Like it's just history in the making. Because like no you've never seen animation at this scale like every day. Like you might see animation, people drop like some TV series or something like that, like, you know what I'm saying? But to give animation every day, that's the next level, bro. That's next level. And then I'm like giving you live animation too, like right now. Like, come on, man. Like, come on, man. But I mean, when you making history, you don't really like when you're in the moment of it, you don't really get the shine that you're supposed to get. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just like people aren't used to it. So like people don't really like recognize what's really going on. And you can't really be mad at them. It's just like when my time comes and it's time to look back on the history of what's going on, just know that your boy was putting in the work, you feel me? And just making history. Just making history. And I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop. So let me explain to y'all, before I get off of this live, let me explain to y'all how, or I should say why, I make the commercials that I make. So like, this is just another thing that podcasts just don't do. Like, they just don't do it. But like, it's basically like I get my inspiration from, to me, the best promoter in the game, DJ Khaled. DJ Khaled motivates me. Like, he inspires me to do another commercial. Like, he always inspires me because he's like when he's like in his mode and it's time to like promote something that he's doing, like, there's nobody that does it better than him. And I try to take that as a challenge. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I try to take it as a challenge. So like when I see him like promoting, like, you know, like when you talk about how like he got 2 songs from Drake, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be like, okay, let me let the people know something about the podcast. You feel me? Like, let me let the people know about the podcast. So like, for me, like, the way of me promoting the podcast is me doing my Let It Burn podcast commercials. Like, that's my way of promoting. Like, you don't see no other podcast do their own commercials to promote their podcast. You probably just get them to like, you know, mention it on a post or something, like, oh, like, you know, listen to my podcast or look at my podcast on YouTube and all that other stuff. No, like, I'm giving you a full-blown commercial to promote the podcast. And you don't see that nowhere. That's just something you're just going to get from me. Like, and I'm probably never going to I'm never going to stop making commercials. Like, it's just like, I feel like it's a must have. So like, that's another thing that if they want to copy anything, you might want to start making commercials to promote your podcast instead of just like slightly mentioning it and just like hoping and praying that people know about it. No, I'm gonna make a commercial and then I'm gonna promote the commercial to draw people in, and then once they watch, they're hooked. It's just a simple strategy for me. Like, I just make it simple. I make it simple. I make the commercial, promote the commercial, to promote the podcast, to draw people in, and then once they see the podcast, they're hooked. Simple. But yeah, this was fun. I appreciate all of y'all comments. I appreciate y'all likes. We're going to do this again tomorrow. Yeah, I don't know where we're going to be at tomorrow, but you already know what it is. I'm going to hit you with another amazing background. And we're going to do this all over again. You feel me? So, till next time. Peace.